10 what the f*** facts about North Korea. They are only in year 103. North Koreans celebrate their new year on April 15th, the date of Kim Il-sung's birth. The grandfather of Kim Jong-un, Il-sung's birthday in 1912 is recognized as the beginning of the North Korean calendar. This makes the year 103, or Juche 103 as locals identify it, the term they use to represent their communist-like ideology. North Koreans can choose from one of 28 government-approved haircuts. After photos surfaced of Kim Jong-un sporting a new gravity-defying hairstyle in early 2014, reports were soon to follow that every male North Korean citizen had been ordered to follow suit. These reports were proven to be false, but they hardly stray far from the actual truth. Indeed, citizens are afforded a choice of 28 hairstyles, with women selecting from 18 options and men getting their choice among 10 possibilities. Rigid hair restrictions are nothing new in the People's Republic, where a 5-part series on hair guidelines was aired on state TV in 2005. Reading the Bible and watching porn are punishable by death. According to the International Federation for Human Rights, thousands of executions have been carried out in North Korea since the 1950s, with most taking place over the past 2 completed decades. Crimes punishable by death can include anything deemed to oppose the existing rule in the country and can include reading the Bible and pornography. In fact, Kim Jong-un is reported to have arranged the execution of ex-girlfriend and singer Hyun Song-wol for allegedly appearing in a pornographic film along with 11 others, who were also killed. Car ownership is extremely exclusive. For North Korean citizens, the prospect of owning a car is as equally daunting as the notion of owning a private jet is to the average American. With imports limited by external sanctions and strict rules stemming from the country's communist ideology, cars are almost entirely exclusive to government and military officials. There are an estimated 20,000 to 25,000 in the country, less than 1 for every 1,000 people. The limits on vehicles also serve to further identify the supremacy of the crown's highest-ranking officials. Their election ballots feature one candidate. Elections take place every 5 years in North Korea, although not in the democratic manner with which we're familiar. Sure, citizens receive ballots, but they aren't given much choice. Actually, they aren't given any choice. Voting is mandatory and offers precisely one option on the ballot. Therefore, government media reports can, with at least a measure of accuracy, report that elections produced 100% voter turnout, along with 100% support for Kim Jong-un. Even 100% support isn't enough praise for state media, who will routinely offer reports of citizens breaking into spontaneous patriotic song at polling stations. Punishment spans across 3 generations. If you're not a North Korean citizen, you may really want to think about whether the crime is worth the time. That's because the punishment may not necessarily affect just you, but could impact multiple generations of your family. If one person is sent to a prison camp for violating a law, that punishment is passed down to further generations so that one's parents, children, and/or grandchildren will also be made to join them at the prison camp. This typically will lead to an entire life spent in prison within labor camps for people who haven't committed a crime. Kim Jong-il's annual cognac expense was 800 times the average annual income. The now deceased Kim Jong-il carried a reputation as a brandy drinker while he held power. The dear leader reportedly imported about $1.2 million worth of Hennessy brand cognac every year. To put that in perspective, the annual income of a North Korean citizen is between $1,000 and $2,000, making his booze budget about 800 times larger than the average person's annual wages in the country. It's no surprise then that Jong-il was believed to be the world's biggest Hennessy customer. They have the world's largest stadium. Less than 5% of the roads in North Korea are paved, and many traffic lights don't work. But the infrastructure problems have not prevented the existence of their expansive Rongnado May Day Stadium, which houses over 150,000 seats. The stadium is home to the annual Erurang, or Mass Games Spectacle, which mark one of the rare occasions in which the country opens its doors to international media outlets. Aside from the Erurang, the stadium has hosted a mass execution of army generals accused of treason and, strangely, a WCW pro wrestling event. It is illegal to wear jeans. If you happen to find your way into North Korea, be sure to leave your blue jeans at home. Viewed as a symbol of American imperialism, they are strictly forbidden within the dictatorial hermit state. Ironically, the country opened its doors when a Swedish jeans manufacturer, Noko Jeans, wanted to get the Democratic People's Republic of Korea into the denim business and bring jeans manufacturing into North Korea. You will find black jeans being worn in the country on occasion, but you best steer clear of that blue denim. But marijuana is legal. For a rigid communist regime, North Korea sure goes easy on weed. It's unclear whether marijuana is legal in the country or if it's bound by a largely unenforced law. But multiple accounts from defectors, visitors, and experts have chronicled how weed is readily available for purchase in grocery stores and other public places. Cannabis grows wildly in the region and is even sold abroad by government agencies in order to bring foreign currency into the country. With a governing body that doesn't consider it to be a drug, it carries little of the stigma and charge that it does within US borders.